Hello, welcome back to Survival Saturday with Johnny Tiger. Date is April 15th, 2023. So today we're going to continue our little series on guillotine choke and how the various things you want to look out for, various ways to utilize it. Again, let me quickly remind you guys that when I talk about these guillotine choke solutions and counters and anti-counters and different transitions and punishments, I'm coming at you from a Krav Maga background. I'm coming at you from a self-defense background. Some of the stuff, maybe all of these stuff, may be very questionable uh, in the dojo, in the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu match, MMA match. You might get yourself disqualified if you do some of these. But I am a self-defense specialist at the core, even though I do practice martial arts, but my main focus has always been self-defense, and that is where I'm coming from. Quick reminder for those of you that don't feel like going back to watch the previous two episodes to know what we are talking about, a guillotine choke is when your opponent, bringing in our training dummy, uh, Wesley, a guillotine choke is when your partner or your opponent or attacker, for some reason, drop low and come in hard, whether it's in maybe a tackle, a waist grab, trying to bore you to the ground, or in one of those famous MMA double leg takedown, or single leg takedown, or maybe I just kick him in the groin and he's bending over. Okay? So, when your opponent or attacker is in the bent forward position, I will move in and drop my arm right over the back of his neck, like this. And then I loop around so my forearm is under his throat. My armpit pressed down on the back of his neck. And if I really want to finish the choke, I reach down and grab my choking wrist with my free hand, and then I bring him up like this. Okay? I arch my back. Okay? This is very uncomfortable, very harsh on the neck, and it's a devastating choke when you get it to work. But a lot of time, you will find that yourself get tied up with trying to get this choke on when the person does one of the most basic things to do when someone tries to choke you. So a lot of time, when someone come in for a guillotine choke, let me go on the outside so you guys can see what's going on. Okay? When the guillotine choke comes down around my neck, one of the basic defense is to touch your chin. Because this way, all the pressure, all the pressure will be along my jawline, my chin. It will not choke me. Okay? The choke will not work. Now the person can still yank me around, try to push me and pull me, but the choke is not working. Which means while the person is trying to yank me around, trying to get the arm down to my neck, past my chin, I have ample time to hit him in the groin or grab a weapon out of my pocket and start stabbing or a whole lot of other stuff I can do. Even when I'm in a very compromised position from here, okay? Even when I'm down here being choked, as long as I tuck my head, tuck my chin, and don't let the choke succeed, there's a lot of options. So a lot of time, people make the mistake of trying to force a choke to work. So let's say I go in for the choke and Wesley tuck his chin down. A lot of people they will try to muscle this. They will try to that they don't want to let go. Okay, they're like it take me so much work to set this choke up. I don't want to let go, even though I know it's not working. Don't do that. This is a very big no-no in self-defense. You don't want to stay there for too long. If it not work, do something else. So today I'm going to show you guys if the person tucks their chin, how do you get this to work? What are some of the quick fixes to get this to work? Even though, honestly, don't try to fix it, okay? If I go for a guillotine choke and the person tucks their chin, what happened? When they tuck their chin, the back of their neck is exposed. So if I go for a guillotine choke and I feel the chin is tucked, I immediately will bar the back of the neck with my forearm. I'm going to swing my forearm right down on the back of the neck. Right? Again, self-defense, not Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's okay to hit them. Right? If I go in for a guillotine choke and I find the person's chin is tucked and I can't get the choke in, I'm going to yeah, knee strike, knee right in the face. That's fine too. Right? So honestly, if your guillotine choke fails at the offset, my advice is don't fix it. Don't try to fix it. Now, for some reason that you really want to get this to work, you want to fix this. Here are some of the tips and tricks on how to get this to work. Number one is the thrashing method. The thrashing method. What is this? I talked about this a long time ago. What we call the lion principle. When you see a lion trying to bring down a large animal, whether a rhino, a zebra, uh, or even a buffalo, the lion, after getting a hold of the head, will thrash around like crazy to get the animal off balance. Okay, so in a guillotine choke, don't try. Please don't do this in class setting. You will hurt the hell out of your partner's neck. So don't do this in a class setting. But on the street, in the fight, okay, if I get this, if I try to wrap my arm around, and I notice the person's uh, neck, chin is tucked, I'm going to start jiggling my shoulder up and down on the back of their head. Like that. I'm going to shake the heck out of them. Eventually, their chin will come up. Their chin will come up. So that is solution number one. Solution number two, I'm going to switch sides so you guys can see my hand. Hopefully you guys can see my hand. Right? Solution number two, I go in for the guillotine. The chin is tucked. Immediately, I'm going to grab a handful of hair on the side of the head, the back of the head, assuming the person has hair. I'm going to grab a handful of hair and twist, okay? That will lift the chin. That will make them go, ah! Yeah? Chin will come up. Your choke will succeed. Number three, again, I go in for the guillotine choke. The chin is tucked in. I can't get the choke in there. I'm going to keep the choke hand where it is. I'm going to take my free hand and then jam this right up into the side of the throat. Jam my thumb right up into the side of the throat. Believe me, the chin will come up when you do that. Okay? Number four, last but not least, I go in for the choke. He's not staying standing. Okay, I go in for the choke. The chin is tucked. I can't get the choke in. Again, just like the throat, the thumb to the throat. This time, I'm just going to take my free hand and backhand right over the ear. I don't even have to let go to do this. Okay, the chin will come up. As you guys can see, these all four of these solutions, very, very horrible. They're not nice. Okay, this is why I said these are not the kind of things that you want to do to each other in a competition or class setting. But in self-defense setting, anything go, and these are perfectly fine techniques to get that guillotine choke in there if you really want to. Thank you for checking out today's episode. We'll be back again tomorrow for some Soul Search Sunday. For now, have a good night.